Well, hello guys, welcome back. We had an interesting day today. We did a lot in VR today. The French museum thing that I was waiting for, that was pretty cool. Unfortunately it's for a really big play space, so I couldn't do everything. It's just I literally do not have the space to play it. But I could get to see the 360 experiences, which was what I wanted anyhow. And they have four of them, and each one's pretty different from the other ones. It's not just, oh, everything's unreal. You go with a naturalist, I guess, biologist, paleontologist, and they take you out into the world, and it's one of those things where you're in the real world, and they've like made stuff to look like the animals alive. Like, look, we found footprints or something. So I guess this is for kids. And the animal, CGI animal, which looks pretty darn good actually, will come in. And you'll get to see it. There's like the giant boa, and there's two giant mammals, which mammals were cute and everything. Well, no, one giant mammal. No, they were both mammals. Because I was surprised that the reptile gave milk. I was kind of... Was she a reptile? No, she wasn't a reptile. Anyhow, I'm getting confused. It took me a while to get that to work. So there are two mammals and there were two reptiles. So you had the giant snake and you had the megalodon. And I got to pet a megalodon because for some reason I really couldn't understand the narration. I think the megalodon ate the other diver because he disappeared. But the megalodon decided to protect me and then came over and was like getting pets. Like, the Great Whites told me about you. I like you. So that was neat. So I got to pet a megalodon. I loved her. She was big. She had scars all over her. I guess like battle scars. They were trying to tell you information, but it was in French naturally. And I understood one word out of 10. I understood stuff like eats something, will attack something, but other than that, a lot of it was just wasted on me, but still, I enjoy that. And we had the VR ride experience come out. The one I've been waiting for, the grand prize. I did that once, and I was like, oh my god, this is terrible. It just felt like I was sitting in my chair staring straight ahead. I forgot to find the sweet spot in a ride. In VR rides, sometimes you'll ride a ride and for whatever reason it'll have zero effect. You gotta find your sweet spot that makes you dizzy. You have to deliberately look for this sometimes, and when I did, I was almost falling out of my chair, so I love that. It's only 3 rides and they're really short, but it's free. And you can just keep going back and riding them forever. Now, they obviously want you to buy the big game. But I said, if they made this into a game, I'd buy this. But I said, I really don't have any interest in building my own park. I just want to go ride rides, man. I don't have any interest in operating rides or doing whatever. I want to go ride. That's all I want to do. I don't care about other people. I care about me. I care about me. So it was like, I've never had an interest. Maybe somebody gave me one of those games for free and I messed around with it for a while, but I just don't have an interest in running my own theme park. But it brought up something interesting. As I was going through my Steam library, I noticed an old game I'd reviewed, and at the time I reviewed it, it was the only game like it. Now there are tons of games, and they did not copy this game. It was just, they saw the idea. It was a horror roller coaster. And compared to all the others that have come out since it's really baby bones. It's kind of bad compared to the others that have followed it, but they were the first to try something. And I asked Loki, I said, when am I not obligated to go back? And he's like, I said, I reviewed this in March. And at March, my review was correct. For nobody had tried a horror roller coaster before, not really. And now there are tons of them with zombies, and that one I took you on where we went through that horror attraction. And everybody's jumping on the idea of a horror, a scary roller coaster. I have packs of them that it's just like scary. And it's everything from cartoonish to little kids to actually trying to be frightening. And he says, well, you can't go back forever. You can't be expected to just keep going back and reviewing a game unless you're actually playing it. I was like, yeah, that sounds fair. And I didn't want to discourage a developer. They were the first to come up with this idea that I was aware of, and I thought, well, I don't want to discourage them because maybe they'll do something fantastic and they'll come out with a really great ride. I'm sure they have to be aware that by now there's tons of other coasters out there, so they have a lot of work to do. But yeah, it was just overall a nice day because you can hit these sweet spots with VR where a lot of the entertainment's free. So if you do have a system, I'd say look around for a lot of the free stuff. A lot of it will be junk. It will be junk to you because it's just not something you're into. I don't care how pretty it is. If you're not into it, you're not going to like it. But a lot of it will be really cool stuff too. Like I got to play with the dinosaurs today, and I got to ride the rides today, and that was really cool. And now these systems are up to the point where just the homes are something you can explore. Like a home in Oculus Rift is really nice. I can do just about whatever I want with that. And the home in Steam is even better because you can keep switching out all these different pre-made experiences. And that's the one where I tell you have a waterfall and it's like this really expensive apartment and the butterflies or the moths will land on you and you can go to the sweet shop and everything. To me, those are just as good as something I paid for. In some ways, they're better because you can keep going back to them and experiencing them. So we just wanted to update you. It's nothing like really Loki or anything, but it was definitely, I think he was happy I did that because I woke up having a weird dream and I didn't feel that great after a weird dream. And I don't think it meant anything. It was just, you wake up and you feel weird. But that helped me reset. So I enjoyed that. And it was nice to get those. The dinosaur one was good and the rides were good once I figured out how to do it. But yeah, that's it. We really don't have anything important for you today. Some days are going to be like that. I was actually trying to think this morning about should I make a video about the dream, and I just thought of it and I thought, you know what? It's nonsense. It was for some reason in the dream my roof had rotted through to the point where the ceiling in my room was rotted through, and there's no possible way for it to actually look like this in real life, even if this did happen. And I thought, well, I'm just worried because now I don't have homeowners insurance. I'm just worried this will be when disaster strikes. But then I thought, I had a $500, what are they called, deductibles or whatever I had to pay before they would even help. And I don't have 500 plus 200 that month for the thing. So that's 700 right there I would have had to pay before I even got help. I can't afford to get help at those prices. So I'm like, you know what? We'll get by. I just have to not worry about it. People lived for centuries without homeowners insurance. They were fine. If disaster does come, then we'll do something about it. But there's no sense worrying about it right now. So if you guys like... Loki says, finally. So if you guys like what you see, like, comment, and subscribe, and we'll see you later. Bye-bye.